If you are elected governor, you're going to be walking into a fiscal mess. We've heard from a lot of New Yorkers who are just plain fed up.
They really need to balance the budget and create more jobs.
You need to straighten out Albany, cut back their expenses.
I feel that they're just talking loud and saying nothing, and I want to see something.
Okay, New York is facing an $8.2 billion deficit in the next fiscal year, and according to census data, there's well over $13,000 of state debt for every man, woman, and child in New York. Name 3 or 4 specific state programs that you would cut and how you would minimize the impact of those cuts on ordinary people.
My friend Frank Ioli is a retired school teacher in Gloversville. I saw Frank the other day. He's writing a book. His book is titled, "You Gotta Be Kidding Me." And I told Frank I had a new one for him. I said, "Frank, guess what the head of the New York Public Library makes?" And Frank guessed 100,000. I shook my head. He said, "I don't know, 150?" The head of the New York Public Library makes $689,000 a year. Now, I know it's a big library, but that's a little much. You know what Frank said? He said, "You gotta be kidding me." There are 110,000 bureaucrats in New York State who make over $100,000 a year. We can save nearly $3 billion if we cap bureaucrat pay at $100,000 a year and cap pensions at $75,000. We can do more. We can end corporate welfare. We spend $3 billion a year on corporate welfare. It has to stop. And we can close the Thruway Authority and end the tolls. We can let the Department of Transportation handle the highways. If we stop wasting money, you will have more in your pocket, and we can take care of the things that are important, like schools, parks, and bridges. Google "stop wasting money" to find out more.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Cuomo, I read your book. And Mr. Cuomo's book, he says that he's going to create, the way he's going to cut spending is the first thing is he's going to create a new commission. That's a career politician for you. The way to cut spending is to spend more money on a new commission. And then once the commission comes up with his recommendations, then he's going to get the legislature to give him authority to make the changes without their approval. Anybody think Sheldon Silver is going to agree with that? Raise your hand. Mr. Cuomo, I don't see any hands. You might want to write a new book.